New York. It sure is a big city. With so much going on, you can't possibly be everywhere at once. So what happens when you can't make it to that all-important site inspection? You stop worrying, and you send in the scout team. That's me. My name is Bryant Sterczala, and I am the Special Event Scout. Each week I strap on my GoPro, jump on my bike, and set off on a voyage. I'm out to explore every event space in NYC. Today's journey takes us to Espace. Espace is located at 635 West 42nd Street. You can find it on the north side of 42nd, pretty close to 12th Ave. Here are the doors your guests would walk through. According to the brochure, Espace is a modern, sophisticated, and versatile space that is the perfect venue to bring your unique vision to life. Or, if you prefer to speak with the director of sales, you can hear him describe it as a blank slate. To me, that's fitting. Espace is a very flexible and accommodating space that can seat 500 and houses up to 1,200 standing guests. It has a very simple layout that consists of this large foyer I'm walking through and the grand ballroom that is open before you. As a producer who has worked on 2 events here, I can personally testify that Espace, logistically speaking, is a dream. It's a blank slate because it allows you the freedom to create without small roadblocks obscuring your path. See this wall in front of me? This wall is my favorite part of Espace. That is the backup load-up doors. They measure 10 feet wide by 8.5 feet tall. In the center, off to my left, where that light is coming through, those are the main load-in doors. These measure 6 feet wide by 8.5 feet tall. And, as you will see, they look out directly on 42nd Street. You will find that there is no elevator, no stairs, not even a hallway to separate your trucks from your load-in. Even better is after you've loaded in, your truck can stay right there on the street, so you have easy storage space right at your convenience. And with Espace being next to the West Side Highway, trucks do not have to drive through the city to get here. After you've loaded in, the ease of setup continues. Espace was designed for events. Looking up, you will notice the grid pattern that runs across the ceiling. Here are your rigging points. Hidden in this drop ceiling are I-beams that can be clipped into. This will give you a surprising amount of freedom to suspend objects from the ceiling. Here is the stage. This comes with your rental of the space. This is a recommended location, but can be moved anywhere in this main ballroom. Now, as you look in front of you, you will see a truss, and directly in front of me is a projector. This projector can be repositioned anywhere on the center truss and can shoot evenly on the white fabric walls that surround the ballroom. This white fabric was designed for video projection and mapping. To give you an example of what you can do, think about how cool it would be to see your technical director hit the switch and suddenly those white walls transform into an endless aquarium for your Atlantis-themed event. Offstage is this coved area here behind the curtain. If you go through it and go to the left, you will find your video room. To your right, when you go through it, is a passage that leads to a door I will show you in a bit. This is a perfect secret passage to bring in any surprise talent. Now, at your event, you're obviously going to have to think about power. This is another thing that Espace makes easy. See on the pillars and below the white fabric, there are outlets scattered everywhere. You will not be searching for a power outlet, nor will you need to run excess cord that could ruin any illusion you're trying to create. Directly in front of me is a bunch of furniture that comes with the rental of the space. Now, here you will see two big entrances that divide the cocktail area from the main ballroom. One looks open and one looks closed, but that's not the case. They both have those retractable glass panels. Now, if you're looking to decorate the glass with clings, take note that the inner glass pane runs 3.5 feet by 8 feet, 2.5 inches. Now, stepping back into the foyer, you will see the kitchen doors directly ahead of me. Espace is a fully catered venue. The only outside catering allowed is for religious and kosher reasons. This space in front of the kitchen is a great location where you could host your cocktail bar area. Off to my left, you will find two single bathrooms. This area here I have personally seen used for arts and craft stations and as a coat check. But as you will see that you have plenty of space and access to power, you're really free to do whatever you want with this space. And you have quite a bit of room to host a unique and wonderful cocktail party. Cutting back into the main room, you will find the second entrance to the kitchen. This houses a staircase that will take me up to back of house. Tucked upstairs here is a technical center. This commands a bird's eye view of the main room. Not too bad an area to call a show. Here you also have a full clear view of the room. This should give you some ideas of how big the space is and just what you could do with it. Right in front of me is a hallway that leads away from the main ballroom. Here is where you'd find your main bathrooms. And right in front of me, which is a little hard to see, actually just to the left of this open door, is a second door that leads to that curtained area I had shown you in the main ballroom. Now, stepping through these double doors, we will find the underbelly of Espace. Here you can sneak in and house that surprise talent that you just brought through that back room. This back hallway leads directly to 43rd Street. I mean, technically speaking, you can load in from 43 as well, but it's highly unrecommended since you have such open space right in front of the main ballroom and only two small double doors on this entrance. So really, what this entrance here is perfect for is bringing in your keynote speaker or any surprise talent. Imagine if your son or daughter didn't know that their great-grandmother would be at their bar bat mitzvah, and you just snuck them in, and they just showed up when it was the right time. Now we're walking back this hallway. At the end of the hallway, should we want to go back to the main ballroom, all we'd have to do is take a left. But when we get down there, we are going to take a right. Here, right in front of me, is the offices of Espace. So if you're looking for your director of sales or catering manager for your event, they most likely will be right there. And Here are 2 guest suites. This is where you could take your talent after you've brought them in through that back entrance on 43rd Street. As you will see, this is quite large and well furnished and has access to its own private bathroom. This is a perfect suite for a bride as she has plenty of space to get ready. And there is a closet with hangers and a safe so you could hang up any of your nice clothes and store your valuables. Stepping out of this room, we find the second guest suite, which is a little bit smaller and does not possess a private bathroom, but with that desk in front of the window, this is a perfect place to set up a computer and have a nice workspace for you and your staff. This space does also have a closet with a safe and hangers, so your staff can hang up all their stuff and store their valuables as well. Alright, so now let's head back. But now that we've seen the entrance to 43rd Street, these back hallways, the guest suite, the main ballroom, the technical center, and the foyer, we've really seen all of Espace. But before I go, I want to reinforce my favorite aspect of this venue. I want to show you just how easy it is to load in. And as I walk from this back hallway into the main ballroom, you can see just how big this room is, as it does take me quite a few steps to get through this room, through the foyer, and outside. So, you will have plenty of space for you and your guests when you host an event here. Alright, stepping outside, here is the 42nd Street side. This is where you'd pull in and load out, or load in and out. So you would park right where that pickup truck is, and here, for your biggest objects, you could load into these double doors that open up to 10 feet wide and stand 8.5 feet tall. Here is 2 double doors that stand 6 feet, 8.5 feet tall. And looking in, there is the dead center of the ballroom. One last note, right behind that FedEx truck, there is a parking garage, which makes it really easy for your guests to find parking. If there's one negative, it is that Espace is so close to the West Side Highway, so there is no real close subway. The closest subway is 4 avenues over at Port Authority, where you could take the ACE, but with all the positives here at the Space, that is just a small price to pay. So, that's it. Until our next adventure, this is Bryant Sterczala, the Special Event Scout. I just want to give a special thanks to Michael Rosenblum, who is the Director of Sales at Espace, who made this episode possible. Thank you.